Hi, I'm Nestor, and I'm going to be showing you how to configure KDXP, a Kotlin Multiplatform SDK, for Liferay on a fresh Liferay instance. Hey everybody, I'm going to be showing you how to install and configure KDXP Liferay instance here. Liferay is up and running. We'll go ahead and sign in with the default account. All right, now that our Liferay instance is up, we'll go ahead and run KDXP to begin our configuration. The first thing we'll need to do is configure an OAuth 2 client. Here's KDXP on the right, running on desktop. We can go ahead and attempt to sign in right now. Obviously, we do not have an OAuth client configured. It'll tell us that we have the wrong client ID. We'll go ahead and start configuring it accordingly. Here it gives us the proper fallback URLs. We want to set client authentication method to none and client profile to native. We'll uncheck JWT mirror and resource owner. So now that that is squared away, we'll go ahead and copy our client ID and paste it into KDXP. You can see that PKCE auth has picked up the actual Liferay instance, so we'll go ahead and authorize and move on to the next step. You can see that some scopes are required to complete setup. We'll go ahead and provide the scopes that KDXP is asking for. All right, we can go ahead and try signing in again with the new scopes and see where we land. You can see Liferay and the new client are picking up the new scopes. We'll go ahead and authorize and continue. Now we can go ahead and install KDXP onto the Liferay instance itself. Here we see a note. This token cannot access the KDXP manifest objects. Add the generated OAuth scopes, sign in again, and verify access. So KDXP has installed a few custom Liferay objects. We'll go ahead and confirm that those objects actually exist. Here they are. We'll go back to our client and provide the necessary scopes. We'll go ahead and re-authenticate. And here we can see that the scopes have been provided. Okay, looks like it picked up the new scopes. And it looks like we're ready for the next step here. KDXP does use two OAuth clients, one for initialization and a second one for general user sign-in. We'll go ahead and begin configuring the KDXP runtime OAuth client. And we'll set this one up similar to the installation client. Native application. The only difference here is we'll set this as a trusted application so users don't see the permission screen. There will be some additional scopes we have to include here, as the client itself requires more permissions to access Liferay features. Let's go ahead and find the rest of these. Right, I think we got them all except for KDXP site create, which is a specific scope I need for this project. But we have to configure that first. We'll go ahead and save what we have. We'll provide the KDXP runtime client ID to KDXP. All right, here we see another message. KDXP is installed, but Liferay rejected the site creation service call. Configure the exact policy and scope below, then obtain a fresh admin token. KDXP leverages Liferay site creation to create apps inside of KDXP itself. So we'll go ahead and create this service access policy in Liferay. And here we're leveraging the group service and the adder update. This will allow KDXP to create sites. We'll save that, go back to both clients, and enable that scope. Under portal services, we should see OAuth 2 KDXP site create. Enable that on this slide. And we'll enable that on the runtime client as well. Now that the scopes are added, we'll go ahead and re-authenticate. And we should see that that scope has been added. Great, looks like everything checked out. We'll go ahead and provide the runtime client ID here. At this point, the KDXP admin login should no longer be used. All right, we've been signed out. This should be the KDXP runtime client here. We're signed in. Let's see what we have here. You can see here we have a site directory. Go ahead and create a new site. And you can see that KDXP has rendered a mobile page here. You can immediately go to documents. And it's more or less what you would expect from Liferay itself. If we go ahead and switch sites in Liferay to the new site, go to Content and Data, Documents and Media, you'll see that it was actually uploaded to Liferay. KDXP also has an Object Explorer, so you can actually see, configure, customize Liferay custom objects. Thanks for tuning in.